East Orlando.
Disney World.
Today, leaders in Orange County discuss new ways to help with the county's homelessness problem.
Right behind the Rio Pinar Healthcare Center, right on Lake Underhill Road, Orlando, Florida. Let's see how they live out here, all right? You can see that there's a pathway down here, which means people have been through here already. They might use shopping carts to haul all their belongings. You're gonna see how they live. There's probably nobody here at the moment. You can see some sneakers out here. You know? This is life, man. East Orlando. I thought this was all interesting enough for people to want to see. What we have going on back here is just a whole nother world. Hidden in the underworld of Orlando, Florida, Mickey Mouse Land. This is Orlando, Florida, baby. East Orlando side. And life gets hard around these ways. This is where we were earlier. Crazy. This is like where you find dead bodies at. So if you drive by these areas, you'll see there's gonna be people coming out of the woodworks, man, just coming out of the woods literally and going into the woods. You wonder what they're doing back there. That's where they live. It's a hospital right here. So what they'll do whenever they need some real shelter, if it gets too rough, if they want some drugs, something like that, they'll just straight up go right to the hospital, say that they're having back pain or something, and the hospital will provide them with a bed, some food, and some drugs.
What critics call a ban on homelessness now law in the Sunshine State. Governor Ron DeSantis signing a bill this morning to restrict camping in public spaces.
Governor Ron DeSantis says current efforts to clean up the streets and help people experiencing homelessness have failed, and it's time for something new.
All right, there it is.
With a stroke of the pen and a smash of a plate.
1, 2, 3. Opa!
Florida has a new way to target homelessness, HB 1365, which the governor touted in Miami Beach Wednesday.
You should not be accosted by a homeless like we see. You should be able to walk down the street and live your life. We're going to have clean sidewalks. We're going to have clean parks. We're going to have safe streets.
Starting in October, the law prohibits sleeping and camping in public areas like parks, sidewalks, and more.
Police Department, anyone back here?
Instead, cities and counties encouraged to create designated camping areas away from businesses and neighborhoods. They'd need state approval with bathrooms, running water, security, and mental health services. And starting in January of next year, residents and the Attorney General can sue a local government if it doesn't cure any violations within 5 days. Supporters say Unhoused will have better access to help, while public spaces will literally be cleaner.
The last thing we need in Florida is a poop map like what happened in San Francisco.
But pushback has been fierce. Critics suggest local governments will need to create harsher penalties for Unhoused to ensure compliance. They also think the idea is cruel and a costly way to deal with a common problem.
Many of them are homeless not by choice. We heard from one of our fellow senators that she, for a short period of time, had to live in her car. People don't want to be homeless.
The latest federal data show homelessness is a mixed bag in the Sunshine State. It grew from 2022 to 23, but is down 36% from 2007. In terms of just population, Florida sits in a distant second behind the nation's leader, California. Could this new law change things? Well, time will tell.
15.2% of the people in Orlando are living under the poverty line.
Yo, remember me?
Lake Underhill and Chicasaw Trail. And the reason why I'm here, back at this location, I had recorded down at the Rio Pinar. This whole area is called Rio Pinar. There's a medical plaza there, and then there's an Advent Health Hospital right across the street, right here. So I want to walk down here to these woods to show more homelessness here in the woods in Central Florida, Orlando, Florida. This is the Walmart Plaza on Chickasaw Trail and Lake Underhill Avenue. Right next to the T-Mobile, towards the end of the plaza, you got these woods, and you see there's a trail that goes back here. Here you have a wheelchair. You have a TV thrown back there. There's just a lot of trash. People actually camp out here. And you can see it when you walk back here. You can see the shopping carts. Let's check out these campsites right here. So yeah, you can see this is definitely a place where people camp out. Lots of trash, recyclables. And, yeah, man, you got some people living out here, some cans, eating out of cans. Just want to get a good look around this place. People constantly coming in and out of these woods. You can see back here, Tree fell. Did anybody hear it? If a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there to hear it. But they're here. There are definitely people living out here. Got some clothing, some articles of clothing thrown around. So this is one little spot right here in the cut. Not sure if this is considered public property. I'm not sure if this is actually considered public property because it is right on the plaza where the Walmart is at. So this is probably not considered public property. It's just private property. Maybe I'm wrong. The fact that people are camping out here, clearly camping out, makes me think that maybe this is public property, but there's no telling. This is definitely an area where you got people chilling here. See mattresses. This is interesting. I hadn't, no clue that this was like this back here, but this is definitely how people living out here in the woods. Tent set up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was somebody there. So, but yeah, this is right on the long side of the big Walmart Plaza, pretty much, So, I'm guessing this is public property. But this is right next to the Lake Underhill, Orlando, Florida East, or Advent Health East, Orlando, Florida area where, yeah, this is how life is. Some people in Orlando, Florida. Orlando's, the state of Florida is number 18 in poverty. There's a lot of people living under the poverty line. It looks like this is where it ends, so I'm gonna just turn back around here. This is a pretty popular area because of that hospital and this Walmart here. Across the street, on the other side of these woods, you have a public supermarket plaza. It has restaurants, it has Chinese food spots. It has one of my favorite local spots called La Granja, which I believe it's a Peruvian fast food spot that's actually really good. So this whole area is pretty booming, it's pretty popping. I'm gonna cross the street and show you a panhandler over here on the corner. I wonder if he moved. Nah, I see him over there. People walk around here. Oh, no. Yeah, people be walking around here, for sure. And this is the other side of the woods that we was just at, pretty much. You can actually see the tent from here. Right there. And they go right across the street to the Shell gas station or the Circle K gas station, or they go to the 7-Eleven. They get their cups, constantly refill it. This is how they, hydrate themselves. This is Florida. Florida is a tough state to be homeless in. You have the heat and the humidity that, that hits Florida, and it's unreal. But yeah, there's people that live in the streets. This is how they live. There's people that panhandle. I see one right now in the corner. You can see dude across the street from me. I'm about to go see if he'll talk to me. But I recognize this guy, man. He started trouble with me one time. So I don't know if he'll talk to me, but I'm gonna definitely get him on camera. So let me cross the street over here. This. Like I said, I don't think dude will talk to me. We'll see. What's going on? How you doing? Huh? I'm doing a documentary on homelessness in Florida, actually. Yeah, I've been coming to these different campgrounds. So I noticed there's tents set up over there. Do you stay over there?
Yeah, I'm the only one. Me and my friend stay over there.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a few tents, and then also back here. If you cut through, I don't know if people are still there, because I'll go back there different times and try to record, because there's like a lot of poverty going on. I don't know if you realize it, but Florida,
yeah, it's insane, bro.
It's bad. We're not like, I mean, for all the states, we're number 18 for when it comes to poverty, people that live under the poverty line.
Yeah, and they don't realize how rough it is, bro. It's rough.
Yeah. You don't mind if I'm recording?
No, I don't mind.
All right, cool.
Let me get this light real quick.
Do what you got to do, and I'm going to get you too. Don't worry about it. So yeah, he's this is a shift right here, man. He punches the clock and pretty much has a sign. And this is Florida for you, man. You got people that literally live in these woods over here. Yeah, and they hit this corner, and it gets real busy around here because you have the like I said, the hospital's right down here. This is Advent Health behind those trees. Orlando, Florida, Advent Health East. Right next to 7-Eleven, you got the, classic Walgreens, on every goddamn corner. Yeah.
Health and addiction is like the number one cause of that thing. Health and addiction is like the number one cause of that thing for people to be honest.
It's crazy, man. Sometimes, people come there for a bed, for food, and they complain. But one thing is that the nurses, there's laws that protect us, citizens, anybody. Nurses or anybody doesn't have a right to ask, are you lying? Because there's people that need some drugs. They'll go to the hospital and say, I got chest pains.
Yeah, exactly.
I know all about it, man. Yeah, man. That's the Florida life right now. That's the Florida life right now, baby. This is it, man. Like I said. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is actually take a walk back to that campsite. Damn, see if I could it's addiction and depression, like he said, it's a lot of that going on. At least he knows his issues, but it's life out here, man. And another thing is, these people get mad that I'm recording. It's like, I have a right to record when I'm in public. That's my right. And I can record anything my eyes can see. Unless you're in private property, now that's a different story. But, this is a good place to be close to the hospital. So you got some shelter there. This is a good place. I guess you got some shade, a little bit of privacy. I'm gonna see how far this goes. This is the back of the Walmart. shit. You get some privacy out here. Then people like me come around with a camera. It's a little bit, it's a little taste of what goes on out here in the streets of Orlando, east side. This is a preschool academy right here that I forgot to mention. That's on the other side of the Walmart. I'm gonna go see if dude will talk to me over here. He's a homeless guy and I want to get his sign because it says homeless lives matter. So maybe he'll have conversations with me. I already had one dude that had a conversation with me. He was pretty cool about it. So I want to see if this guy will talk to me. I see he has a beer can sitting next to him. You can tell he's clearly homeless. How you doing, dude? I hope you don't mind. I just wanted to get some recordings of what the sign shows there. How you doing, man? You good? All right. I'm doing a little documentary on this stuff. I'm doing a little documentary on homelessness out here and stuff, you know? How long you been homeless for?
Wow.
What country you from?
United States of America.
What state?
Florida.
Are you from out here in Florida?
Yep.
There's a lot of homelessness going on out here, I noticed. It's actually pretty rampant. I was just walking across the woods over here on the other side of Walmart, and I saw some tents set up over there. You know, so I'm just documenting this stuff because I want to get it together on a video to show people out there, you know, on YouTube. So, all right, man, I'll leave you to it, man. Have a good one. So that's a little taste of what's going on out here. I didn't get to have a great conversation with him like I wanted to, but that's to be expected, you know. Somebody puts a camera in your face. But, you know, also exercising my right to record in public. And that's one of the downfalls. That's one of the downsides of being homeless, is that you have to live in the public sphere. You have to live on public property, and you have no expectation to privacy when you're in the public. And right down Chicasaw Trail, you have these nice houses out here. I mean, a lot of land. Just 2 miles down the road, not even 2 miles down the road, here you have these really nice houses. And here are the same people on the bike that we saw earlier crossing the street. They're still driving. But as you can see, these houses are very expensive. This is a lot of real estate property that they have set up over here. You can see. These are very, very, very expensive houses over here. These houses are well over $500,000 worth per property right around here. These houses around here are well over $500,000, most of these. Some of these are in the high 700,000. This is the value of some of these properties, not too far from the hospital and not too far from the homeless camps that we just saw. This is Chicasaw Trail going into Curry Ford Road. Going south. Not too far later, we have another Walmart plaza here. This is only a Walmart. They just built that recently. And it's right across the street from Orange County Utilities Administration and Faith Assembly Church, which is a castle. Faith Assembly Church is a very nice church that has a lot of different programs for people in the area or people that are not in the area. I believe they have school. This is private schooling from kindergarten to grade 12, I believe. This is pretty nice. This is a pretty new area for a lot of things around here. I mean, property is just being built up, and there's definitely money to go around in Orlando. But it's not getting to the hands of everybody, of course. This is Faith Assembly, mega church, it seems like. And they own all this property here, going past these trees and into this field here on the left. You can see this is a football field slash soccer field slash baseball field. Very nice, very well kept church. Lots of members, friendly people. Sometimes they come down to my neighborhood and knock on doors, giving people free donuts and free pizza. This has happened a few times. go check out some more spots in Orlando, Florida here, where I know people camp out homeless. This is River Ridge Drive, or Hidden River Drive. You have some pretty nice apartments over here that are maybe 7 years old, maybe 10 to 12 years old. And then right next to it, you have a Dollar General. And look at how this looks back here. I mean, this looks like a war zone. This is the Dollar General on Curry Ford, really close to Dean Road. This is actually called Hidden River Drive, and it intersects with Curry Ford. There's a McDonald's right here. This whole area is pretty brand new. It's pretty nice looking, but then all of a sudden you got chaos. I don't know what's going on here. I know there's a lot of wild animals in these woods here. There's raccoons. You got bins of clothing. There used to be a drop-off clothing box right here, and I don't know what happened to it. They must have moved it recently, but now what you see is, it looks like they just have the clothing that was once in that box just laid out in bins. And it's just very strange how this area is so unkept. And then you have pretty nice apartments here, you know, that I know these apartments have to be between 10 to 14 years old. And if you look back here, you can see there's people camping out over here. There's people living here, you know, and it's just horrible. But this is furniture laid out back here by the woods. And all this garbage here is, I mean, there's a big trash can here. But there's homeless people constantly coming out of these woods too. I wonder if they had something to do with this. It doesn't look like it. But I know the manager of this Dollar General, his name is Cephas. I haven't seen him in about a week, but I told workers there, I'm like, this doesn't look good. There's gotta be something you guys can do back here. This is I mean, when you get over here, it's out of the sight. But it's just that stuff over there. This is an Orange County worker, I think, that pulled up, and I said hi to him. And I think he's taking pictures. He pulled out a camera and started taking pictures because this is ridiculous. What you have going on here? You see, if you go behind this Dollar General now, you have more of the same furniture that you saw down there on the other side. And you got a mattress back here. So let me just climb down here so you guys can get a glimpse of this. You do have a mattress laid out here. It definitely seems like somebody was living here. If not, they continuously come back. There's shelters out here in Orlando, Florida, where you can stay for a certain amount of time and they'll give you free meals a certain amount of times a month. And different locations that will do that too. But when they're not in those shelters, they come to places like this. And I want to talk to this guy. I don't know if he'll let me record him. You know, people don't like cameras up in their faces. So I'll put the camera to the side and I'll ask him and see if he'll talk to me. Because he was taking pictures just as I pulled up, taking photos too. So it's just very odd how you have this going on back here. Because this doesn't look good at all. And at night you got raccoons. I seen a loose pit bull the other day over here. It's just very odd. I wonder if that worker you know, if this was reported, maybe I could get have a conversation with him about this, because this is horrible. You have food laid out over here. You have cracked bottles. Like I said, there's raccoons that come here at night and devour this stuff. It's not gonna get any better if you just let it sit there. This stuff is not just gonna disappear. You know, diapers. And I know there's people that live in these areas that I don't know why they throw their trash in this area. But you can see there's tons of clothes back here. Hangers. I mean, this is the Dollar General on Curry Ford, close to Dean Road on the east side of Orlando, southeast Orlando. And there's a worker coming out again. Just want to see if maybe I can talk to him, if he'll have a conversation with me. I'm not sure. I don't really want to bother nobody right now, but I think this is a little crazy. Actually, let me see if he'll talk to me. I don't want to record him, so I'll have it facing this way. Let me see if he'll talk to me. Hey, can I ask you a question? You work for the county, Orange County? Did they send you out here for this?
No, well, it came through the county, but somebody called.
Yeah, I saw you taking pictures, and I come here all the time, and I know the manager, Cephas, and I was trying to see if I could find him. I keep coming back every day just to complain, because at night there's raccoons here.
How long's it been like this?
About a week. Yeah, and there used to be the clothing drive thing here. It's like like the big, but it was huge, and I don't know if that has something to do with this, but it was like this happened, and then that was gone like the next day. And like I said, at night there's raccoons here. They're running in and out of the apartment complex. But yeah, I'll leave you to it. I wasn't in there, but I know how he looks. He's a skinny, older black gentleman. His name is Cephas. I believe it's Cephus. I hope I'm not getting him in trouble. Yeah, I mean, well, he's gonna get in trouble anyways. You'll find out. Yeah, I believe that's his name. He's a friendly guy, but he doesn't have many workers here, so he opens up. He's usually here in the mornings. When I come at night, it's just the same employee, you know, looking stressed out. Okay.
They'll get a notice,
Yeah.
and then they got to fix the gates on the dumpster enclosure too. So.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do.
There's mattresses in the back. There's furniture. People live back here. Yeah, I see them coming out like zombies, you know, at night sometimes, or you see them during the day. And I was over by Lake Underhill, the hospital, because there's camps over there too in the woods. Just walking around, and I said, all right, on my way home, I'll catch this so I can get this footage together and work on it and put it out. Because, yeah, it just hit me. I'm like, I need to get this. I don't know how this happened. But there's wild animals. Yesterday I saw a loose pit bull, like literally just come out and run back.
Well, I'm gonna try and get this cleaned up here in the next.
Appreciate it.
It could take a little bit of time, but we'll get working on it for you.
Yeah, no, that's fine, man. Thank you. All right, take care.
Orange County discussed new ways to help with the county's homelessness problem.
If I can get enough money, then I stay in a hotel or I stay with a friend, or like sometimes I sleep on the streets.
Celeste Claywell says the past few years have been tough, and she's often made the streets of Orlando her home.
Probably just gonna move out of Florida. I'm trying to find like something, like if it's like $800 a month, I could afford it. But
it's hard to find these days.
Yeah, in Florida.
She can appreciate that Monday, city commissioners spent the morning unveiling their 3-year action plan aimed at reducing homelessness. It includes the city using part of a $58 million federal grant to transform this once Ambassador Motel on the corner of Colonial Drive and Westmoreland into the Palm Gardens Apartments to open soon with affordable housing units. The city is also investing into partnering service providers like the Christian Service Center, the Coalition for the Homeless, and the Salvation Army.
It's not something that you can end homelessness. You have to work on it every single day.
Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer said the 3-year plan also includes working to try and add more affordable housing, especially with rising rent. The plan also includes trying to reduce the number of people on the streets by 50%, expand services at shelters, work to add more programs like job training and rapid rehousing assistance programs, and finally continue working to make the streets cleaner and safer for everyone.